Yeah.
Good. It's
Good,
it's
because
going.
we're live.
Oh,
So,
okay.
hey, welcome to another installment from Roll for Revelry. My name is AJ, your friendly neighborhood DM, and we're here to play some D&D. So you guys, it's been a little bit. Let's try to go over what happened in the last episode instead of doing like a little thing.
Thank God, because I was not
Yeah,
prepared.
I know.
Fun fact.
So
Prepared
what
for that.
happened last
Fun fact.
session? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the date? The 27th?
When we played last or
Yeah.
in the game? Because I don't know either.
It was
When we played last.
the 6th.
Dear diary.
No,
Today.
27th.
I think it was 20. Okay. So I wrote down that we found out what each kind of thing did, like each relic or whatever it was, what it meant.
So you guys are tracking down Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
What happened from that point?
Asshole.
Chronologically.
We got
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
You got it.
Ladies and
You
gentlemen.
guys saw him run away with a hooded large individual.
Yes.
Yep.
And as you used your, what was the cantrip that you liked?
Oh, I remember
Press.
now.
Press. Digitation.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation.
Good.
Pre-
So close.
Oh, you got a gust of wind, and you saw that this individual had some leather armors on and carrying a large club.
Mhm.
And as they got away, you saw them step through a cloud of red mist, similar to that of Narnip and her teleportation abilities. When you caught up with Frederick after some performance and some lip sync slash
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our
That
Cyrano.
was
Yep.
so fun.
you were able to apprehend him and take him to a more secretive location. At that point,
Is that the
instead
casino?
of
Yes.
No.
no,
Oh,
no,
Sneaky.
Oh my God, I forgot about the casino.
Oh, yeah.
The
Here,
TV.
this is gonna drop. And at that point, you instead of really interrogating him at all, you just fought with each other / fought with Juliana and killed him right then and there. Juliana was a little upset because she kind of sent you to do these things, and instead you sent relics back to her, which was cool, but then like it kind of dismantled her organization and brought a lot of attention. As a means to kind of repair that bond, you guys actually funded or partially funded a establishment of hers that will be a tavern outside of Holden, next to the bridge that connects the Valpine Valley to the Drassian Peninsula. Basically, that one bridge that connects Brent to Holden out there, wilderness. So, with that in mind, once that is up and running, you'll be able to utilize that as an establishment for gaining information and then also gaining an income because you are part owners of that. So, you guys have quite the little setup now. There are ways that you can level up that establishment, gain more information, more income, and that kind of stuff, but we'll talk about that at another time. So, in the meantime, you decided you needed to head to, you wanted to have Werner kind of divine some things, and he
Yes.
told you guys that in 7 days' time, there would be an attack on one of the anchors by a number of dirt and refuse beings that would be able to replicate themselves into a large number and attack the city. He also told you a number of what the other artifacts that you've been collecting do, and in that vein, they do what?
So the soil is part of a construct that creates more constructs. The candle is part of a titan that is made of wax, and it can mold and form into any object. The vial is blood of an undead creature. It takes souls and delivers them to their rightful place. The Ganzier is a weapon made of a blood of a titan, and it consumes the blood of innocence. The orb is an engine that
And those who
powers.
have wronged others.
Yes.
So not innocent too.
Just anybody.
Yes.
Doesn't care what kind of blood it is.
There are two types
Everybody
of
look
people
out!
in this thing.
And then
Dun, dun.
Wrong.
Innocence
All right.
and scoundrels.
The orb is an engine that powers things of mechanical nature. In order to destroy it, you would have to use a lot of force, and that's all I have.
So with this in mind, you all decided to head to the anchor Rahir. Additionally,
Tried.
you also checked out a map. And when you guys were looking at the map, you planned a course, or at least seeded the idea of gaining, or attempting to gain the allies of the Dragonborn. Whether or not that will be a thing is up to you. As you asked Salvador to teleport you, because you know he has that kind of skill, he attempted to, and not with absolute failure, but he was off target when he made his roll. So instead of appearing at Watson Thistletop's tavern in Rahir, you happened upon a separate tavern, 70 miles south of Rahir, adjacent to a jungle area, and seemed to be a kind of local stop with some small gambling. And as you appeared in this room, you found that the room was occupied, or at least rented, by an individual who seemed to be scamming the casino. After which you did some gambling. You took upon yourself to work there
Oh my god, that was so funny.
and tried to get some information.
we also ceded a contract to provide beer to the.
You tried, right?
We also met a couple of really cool dudes.
Oh yeah. The
Who were named
Was it Kyle and Gary?
Kyle and Daryl,
oh my
Daryl,
god.
the infamous shield hands.
Classic.
Yeah.
Rather,
names.
the shield hands of Bane. Shield hands.
Shield hams.
That's a different group.
Or you're just making this up.
That was good.
Top notch.
You are currently, I think you guys headed to bed for the night, and you are currently in your rooms. The next day, you kind of woke up, and as you looked out the window, the sun cresting the canopy, you noticed that there was, in fact, a swath of jungle around you, and then on the other side is kind of like plains that extend into a desert area to the south. You did meet with Kyle and Daryl, said that they took down some excavators to the south, but you also know over here is to the north. So, on this morn, what would you all like to do?
I would like to eat some breakfast.
Can I retroactively do my roll for proficiency in smith tools?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on 10 still. It's my fourth attempt, so that means I need to get 1 through 4.
Yes.
7. Try the fifth time.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Then in that case, breakfast it is.
They better have
What were
sugar.
you doing with your smith? You're just practicing, or are you trying to do something? You can still do something and not be
Oh.
proficient.
Yeah, no, I'm just like trying to gain proficiency. So, since I've been struggling so hard with 10, I imagine I am like trying to flatten something, like another piece of metal, but I just keep bending it the opposite, too far. So I just keep flipping it over.
Cool. All right. So you're not working on any
Straight piece of metal is my.
straight this
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm gonna make.
Is there anything else anybody would like to do for their long rest?
I'm gonna look into my cauldron and
Ooh.
touch my necklace and see what Adri is up to.
Sure.
When I see you do this, I'm like, oh hey, Narnip. And if we do decide to go to Dragonbornia, maybe tomorrow I should check in on how everything's going there before we just roll up.
Do you have something of a particular person?
And I just like point to the dragon. That's what it does.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was your dragon.
Well, he's not my. He is
Oh,
us. And he's an independent being who just happens to be my friend.
Yeah.
Kind of like you.
Okay.
Well,
Do you
I mean,
have,
we're
like,
work associates.
But I think the way the cauldron works is like you have to have a possession of like a person in order for us to. Like,
I'll
For it
run
to be effective, it still works, but
Okay.
they get basically the more things that you have tied to them, they get a minus to their roll against your
So-
12 or 13 for your DC. Your spell
13.
DC.
So I need something belonging to the person I'm looking in on. Okay. And I just like grab part of my hair and just chop it off.
You have hair?
I'm like scaly looking, dready
Yeah.
kind of. It's not hair, but it's like what would be
It's
my
like
hair.
whatever's on his head right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, those
I
are.
thought that
Yeah.
those were horns.
They're kind of like horns, but they're like, what's the word that hair is? Like follicle. They're like.
It's not whale bone.
It's not whale. Yeah. It's like the horns aren't like they're not horns like antlers. They're more like many.
A nest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Medusa.
All right. So I'm scrying on Adri as we're going to bed, and then yeah, we can
Like tomorrow
do it
or
on
whatever.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just like if we're gonna go there, we should probably see what's up before we just like boat all the way across the world.
That's a great point. I'll put your hair in my backpack.
So
Great line.
weird. All right. So. Jesus. Good. So, their roll was an 11 plus 9.
Oh, okay.
So they just beat it by 13 with a 13 over this roll. So, yeah. That.
Okay.
So, after a moment, you kind of zoom in and you get this image of her, and then it kind of ripples away and fades with the movement of the water.
Okay. Did I see if she still looks like the Morningstar woman, or if like she's changed forms?
You did not. You saw like the shadowy outline,
Okay.
and you didn't see specifically what she looked like.
All right.
Rude.
Ooh.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You grab breakfast?
Yeah. Is it like in the casino?
Oh, it's buffet, I'm sure.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
You guys sit down at the buffet. Well, you sit down, and then
You go get our plates.
do you wait to get excused, or you just go up?
We just go up. I'm hungry, so.
I think restaurant etiquette.
I'm gonna look
one of my
around
favorite
and see if
things.
there's table service or if it's bar service only.
It's buffet.
Yeah, but is it like Gandy Dancer?
I know
Or is
pretty
it
well.
like or is it like OCB?
Yes.
Or is it like OCB? OCB, get at
You
it.
just grab
Are
a
those things anymore?
I don't think OCB is.
I don't think
Did
that.
Golden Corral replace them all?
I don't know. I
Oh.
don't.
I don't
Golden
even know
Corral.
if that exists
Don't get it.
anymore.
Or get
Golden Corral
Hard
is
pass.
better than anything Old Country Buffet ever is or was
Well,
or could ever
OCB
be.
had mini corn dogs, which were only better than,
All right.
only surpassed by Ponderosa.
Frozen mini corn dogs.
Let's.
Do they have those?
Get back on track.
Breakfast buffet.
Speaking of getting back on track, as you may have noticed in the chat, you can enter the exclamation point. What is it?
Giveaway.
Giveaway
Yeah.
for a chance to win this awesome Vanguard from Dogmite Games.
Dope.
A Vanguard is a dice box for your mini, for your dice, for your pen, for all your gaming needs. It flips open. You have a rolling tray in there. Yeah, so it's like everything you need as a player, all in one little box. For your
Thank you
on the
for
go gaming.
entering crippling student debt.
Yeah.
And crippling student debt is for your Old Country Buffet-ness.
Yeah.
Because it says they had unlimited grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
And unlimited everything.
That-
Right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
That's kind of like, yeah, thing. But like grilled cheese.
True.
Top notch.
Specifically the
Well,
grilled cheese.
Not
It's
many
like- it's like
buffets
a-
that have grilled cheese.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like a meat shaving station. Like you can't just be like,
Oh,
oh, there's
have
a
grilled cheese at his
there's
wedding. So
tray of grilled cheese. You have to probably
You
go
have
up
to
and be
take
like,
one.
Yeah.
it's like an omelet station.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one
Fresh
grilled-
meat,
yeah.
grilled
I have to
cheese.
take advantage of this because I'm not going to probably see this many other times.
crippling student debt, but have you been to a Golden Corral?
Oh my god.
The keyword is what exclamation point giveaway.
Yes.
As opposed to enter.
Yes.
I want to point that out. But
Put the wrong.
moving on. What are you guys doing? You come down for your breakfast. You head to the buffet. There's an assortment of
What is?
there's some breakfast meats
Thank you,
in
Steve.
that kind of such, but there's not. It's not.
Is there
Maybe a
gruel?
little bit nicer, huh?
Is there any gruel?
Yeah, always.
Get a
Always.
big bowl of gruel.
Big bowl of
What's
gruel.
that?
It's like
oatmeal.
flop.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
what
like
else you
breakfast
want to
flop, yeah.
It's the whole words we've used before for
Oh.
breakfast.
Like porridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to eat, and then while we're eating, I think that we should make a good game plan.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go get a round of drinks. And do you guys want anything at all?
I'm gonna come to the bar with you.
I'm gonna get
I'm
all the
okay.
drinks.
I'm gonna-
I'll game plan with you.
I want to ask the bartender when we go up there if they know of any sort of like religious or like historical site that's like 2 days to the south.
Forgot
Yeah.
about that.
I'm
Alright.
also gonna ask them very important questions about our quest.
Like, are the mimosas unlimited?
Is there a Bloody Mary bar?
Do they
So-
have extra spicy pickles?
While you're walking up, you approach a just I think it was one of the same bartenders that you guys spoke to the night before, and they're kind of like cleaning some stuff up. There is a new beer available, and I believe it was the cup of Quickling that you showed them.
Yep.
So now there's a coffee beer on tap,
Excellent.
Ooh.
which is available and brewed after your own recipe.
You're quick workers.
Wiping down the bar, they say, "Well, what can we get for you?"
I will have 8 cup of quicklings and whatever you want. And probably whatever they want.
We're still at the table.
Oh, and when I say cup of quicklings, I mean my coffee beer.
Sure, yeah, we can do that for you. He pours them and serves them up to you. He said,
Thank you.
"That'll be 1 gold."
Oh, wow. What a steal. That's as much as I make almost instantly. Perfect. I give him 1 gold and 5 silver.
All right.
And say,
Ooh.
my name is
Oh,
Smarxus.
money bags.
I am the guy that makes the beers. And you thoroughly enjoy being a purveyor of them. Am I doing a good job? Oh, I am doing a great job, and so are you. So let's both.
Well, thank you. I haven't tried the beer yet myself, but yeah, I've heard it's selling like gangbusters. Everybody's very excited about it, especially after they've had one.
Yeah, it really gets the people going. I mean,
Yeah.
what I've heard. Yes, accurate.
Are you originally from around this area?
Yep, born and raised.
Cool. So we're just passing through, and I was wondering if you knew of any like, kind of like historical or like religious sites that are like maybe like not a day trip, but like a 2-day trip from here, like maybe to the south. Just trying to like
Oh,
do our travel plan.
yeah. I mean, there's like some ruins to the south. I'm not exactly sure if it's like a religious thing or not, but I know that there's like it's like a busted up building of something, some kind of stone building.
Oh,
Yeah, it got swiped through by a storm, I guess, and it's just kind of the remnants of it.
okay. How long ago was the storm? Do you know?
Well, I don't know, before my time.
Okay, so like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, you're pretty young, so maybe not that long ago.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
probably looks like 20 something.
All right. Okay. So, have you heard of anything like going on around here that's like out of the ordinary?
Well, I guess somebody was cheating at cards last night. But other than that,
Okay.
we never figured out where he was at. But I guess they like, I don't know. I guess like they had a a confrontation with one of the guests last night, and he was. I guess he did. They did find out where he was in. They threw him out.
Okay.
He was in room 4. Is that what it was? 7, 6? I don't know. Whatever room he told the guy. They threw that guy out.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, there was that. We get like shield hands that come in. Like these 2 guys were just talking. Like they were down there to those ruins. They're not like 2 days. It's like a day though.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. They're just like slow walkers, maybe.
Well, I think they may have been like with an entire traveling party.
Oh, all
Like,
right. All right. That's fair.
You know.
And yeah. All right. What about we're here? Like we were thinking about maybe we're kind of torn of like
Yeah, that's north.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite.
right. What have you
Direction.
like heard about anything going on up there?
No, we
Like-
don't. We don't. I've never been. I
Oh,
plan.
okay.
I think next year is going to be
Next
the year that I head up. And
Okay.
I'm a little excited for that. But
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I don't know.
All
We'll
right.
see if I can get time off work or
Yeah.
if there's a reason. That'd be great. But
Okay. All right. Well, if we make it up there and we come back down here, I'll share our travel itinerary with
cool.
you. So
Yeah,
you can,
definitely. Let me know all the hot spots of where you go
Will
to.
do.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
All right. If we wanted to rent like a cart or like some animal, is there like somewhere around here so we weren't just like walking on foot to make like our travels a little more comfortable, a little faster?
I mean, I guess maybe we could talk to the owner. And he's got a couple donkeys, but that's it.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. We'll help you
Put
with whatever
4
remaining
empty cups on the counter.
beverages you have.
So that was a long, boring conversation. So I've had 4 cups.
I mean, I was excited about it, man. Like, it wasn't that boring.
Oh, I secretly said that to myself. I forgot that sometimes when I think out in loudness.
Oh, God, that's
I don't feel. I feel like that doesn't make it hurt less.
You
But
know what
okay.
else I'm thinking? This bartender is awesome.
Well, this is just a roller coaster of emotions right now.
That's
Give him more money.
give him money. I don't have a whole lot.
I'm not the one that just insulted him. This is a good lesson for you. This is natural consequences.
But I will take 4 more beverages, please.
Sure, yeah. It'd be 5 silver.
Cool. And I just give him 2 gold. And just like,
Oh wow. Maybe I'll make it up to here sooner than later, huh?
yeah, just
Thanks.
make sure you put in 2 weeks' notice before you want to go on your trip.
Why? Am I?
Oh, you just, like letting them know, like, hey, I'm going to be out of town, so I won't be here to work.
Oh yeah.
So
My
then
uncle's
why?
place. I feel like he's not gonna.
Okay, let's go back to the table.
Oh, okay, bye. What was your name again?
Clark.
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 Great guy. I love Clark.
So we get back to the table.
Yep.
And you were talking about your plans and what you want to do when you're setting your plan. What is that?
So I think when I go back up to the buffet, my second round, I'm gonna get another bowl of this.
You really like that.
I mean, it's fine. After that, do we want to go to the thing to the south, or should we go to the anchor?
No, I don't know. I mean, wasn't there a little bit of a timeline to kind of go to the anchor? Wasn't there?
Yeah, well, we don't know which anchor technically. We only know that in 7 days, an anchor is going to be attacked.
But will we have enough time? Okay, so we really should see how far it's going to take us to get to for here. And I know it's to the north, but like, is it going to take multiple days to get there? And if it is, we can see if we can try to hit both with enough time.
Okay.
I would just like to get there before it gets out of hand.
So, that place to the south is actually only 1 day's travel, we learned from the bartender. And the shield hands were just going real slow because they were with the archaeologists who are probably
Dinosaurs.
pretty nerdy and like slow.
They
Dinosaur
were
archaeologists.
dinosaurs? Or there are dinosaurs there? Also, what are dinosaurs?
But they said that he didn't know what the ruins were, but he said that they were just like the remains of a building that were destroyed in a storm more than 20 years ago.
Oh.
So,
Did he say how far of a travel it is to here?
He didn't, but I thought somebody said last night that it was like 2 days.
Okay.
2 days.
So
more?
technically it would be like a 4-day travel, right? Because we go down to the other place first, that's a day, and then a day's worth back, and then 2 days to here.
And that's assuming we don't spend a day at the ruins.
Right.
Which I think is okay, though, because then it'll give us 2 days and we're here. We're not going to make it to any other anchor, so that's our best bet.
Yeah.
It gives us a day to, like, rest and stock up in case Rahir is the one that gets attacked. And if it's not, then we just, I don't know.
And I think we might be able to, like, if we go to these ruins, find, and, like, you know, if there's scrolls or, like, books or writing on the wall or whatever, that might be able to, like, help us figure out how to destroy some of these relics.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, I don't know. That might be worth it, too.
Then I say we don't waste any time and we get going.
Yeah.
Are there any roofs around here, do we know?
No, but there's donkeys we might be able to.
They're like horses, but also unicorns, but they just don't have horns.
Oh.
They're very sure-footed.
Okay.
We use them to go up down canyons.
Are we going through canyons?
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
If we are, they'll be very good at it.
That'd be very helpful.
Yeah.
Uh,
Much like a dinosaur archaeologist.
I feel like, I don't know that donkeys will help us be that much faster.
Yeah.
I say, and then we just gotta take care of them. Like, you can give them carrots and stuff.
It's true.
They do love carrots.
Okay.
I say nay on the donkeys.
No.
I don't,
You got it there, huh?
I don't get it.
Nay. Like horse.
Sure,
but
yeah,
donkey.
no. I get that.
Oh, you get that, yeah.
But no, I don't. Why is Orla laughing?
Well, she wasn't laughing.
But then she was.
Yeah.
It was a funny joke.
Okay.
Let's go get these.
Yeah. You guys should get some,
Let's not go
Buffet.
get these donkeys.
and then we should go.
So where are you heading?
We're gonna go to the ruins. South.
Sure.
Does the gruel come out of like a hose or something?
No. The pot simmering over the fire. So,
Just gonna fill up my water skin with it, I guess.
okay.
Just to have some.
What do you think that would come out of a hose?
Make it easier to fill the water skin.
It takes you some difficulty. Every once in a while, there's a chunk of something that doesn't quite fit into the mouth of the water.
I think it's unlimited.
But you get, a good amount. And you are on your way south.
Yeah.
Cool.
As you head south out of the town area, it does seem to get a lot drier. It seems to be like you are on this verge between what is a very arid kind of dry atmosphere and the jungle to the north. As you are heading south, somebody roll a d12 for me.
Arid like desert or arid like mountainous?
9.
That's 9.
9.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So, what are you all doing to contribute to your travels?
For the first hour, I am leading by a substantial margin.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Do they stack?
Huh? No.
Like, what,
Darn.
having heart palpitations.
Yeah. I move 160 feet around.
Can we go in it's no particular order?
Yep, no particular order.
I am going to use my high insight to just keep an eye out on what's true and what's not, like what's in front of us. I guess that's the best way.
So what are you thinking for that? You want perception?
Yes.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, please.
Oh, my insight.
Oh, insight.
Yes.
Sorry. Insight is more for like
I'm
trying to
interacting with
sense
people.
the sense the
Okay.
motives of people.
So then I'm going to use intimidation against smaller creatures that come up to us that we're not familiar with. They're probably harmless, but
No. As creatures kind of that like scurry past, you occasionally see a handful of lizards. There's small rumblings under the ground occasionally in these kind of like as it gets to more of like dunes, and then you can see dunes off in the distance, but there is like kind of like hard cracked stone, like sandstone kind of road that you are traveling on. So it's at least sure-footed. You're not like stumbling back and forth, but you see occasionally some birds, wild hare, kind of stuff.
I'm just like,
Growling
everything
at
that
'em.
comes by. Yeah.
It's a very different. It's like starting to get a little warm, and I don't know how you fare in the warmth, but I know you're fine in the cold. But I don't know if that's
I just take off my jacket.
sure.
Oh, too many layers.
The person who had 3 coats on yesterday.
I was still not warm.
So, what does everybody else do?
Mark's is gonna do acrobatics.
Dirty
He's just gonna like cartwheel in front of everybody because he's all fucking hopped up on Mountain Dew. For a 12
How does that help the group?
to like pothole. Also, small animal. Growl at it. Orla.
All right, so you're both growling at animals for 12.
No, she growls it, but I pointed out very aggressively.
Oh, so that she can then growl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pointed out
Cool.
very aggressive.
What are you doing? Are you doing stealth?
I was thinking maybe perception. I don't know. What were you gonna do?
I was gonna do perception or
Do
stealth.
that then,
Okay.
or whatever's higher, I guess. Are they the same for you?
Well, I
Didn't
get
Orla
it.
already do perception?
She did intimidation.
I was going to do insight.
So with perception, I'm gonna like be really on the lookout for like anything that sounds strange. Yeah, just trying to hear anything as it's like coming towards us. Listening to like for like branches cracking or ruffling of like clothing.
Any trees you do see are like barren and like kind of
That's
dying.
Okay.
It's like a desolate kind of like you can kind of see the shimmer of the sun reflecting off of the horizon, kind of like hot, and getting very desert-esque. But yeah, roll, please.
Like holes.
Jesus.
Hey.
14.
14. All right.
I guess I will do nature. So I am I'm in the back of the group and I'm using my height to spot the potholes that Marxist thinks he's spotting, make sure he doesn't like break an ankle,
Okay.
and like identify the animals that Orla's growling at to see, make sure we don't actually need to attack them
All right.
before they kill us. Just using my nature abilities to be like, are these actually dangerous?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. 18.
18. All right. So, you are all successful in what you do, with the exception of Marxus. You do, Marxus, you are so hyped up.
Too fast for my own good.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
See what happens. Your energy levels have just like shot up, and then you come crashing hard down, and you don't have exhaustion or anything like that, but you do have disadvantage for charisma checks for the next hour. You just are like, you got like a caffeine headache, just kind of a hard crash down after drinking
Sure.
8 cups
Okay.
cup of quickling.
Right.
So, after this travel time, as night kind of falls, you do see off in the distance a small set of what you'd imagine are the ruins on the horizon. Would you like to go up and investigate them as night falls, or do you want to try to rest before, or are you just gonna...
What does it look like around us? Like, if we look around, do we see like any cover, or is it like,
There's like
are we in the desert?
bushes, brambles, and cover, and then occasionally a like, instead of like a snowbank, it's like sandbanks that kind of cut down.
Do we see any signs of the archaeologists that are supposedly there?
Like another camp?
It's
That's
just off a little too far in the distance to see if there's any movement or anything else like that. But there's, as night falls, there's no fire.
We can go if you guys want, but you make up your mind. Do it quickly. Not here for anybody's bullshit right now.
the only thing that worries me is like, wouldn't you think we'd see a fire? I mean, they wouldn't be in those ruins this late, like if they can't see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think we'd bunk down here.
I say so too. Before we get too close and we end up in a bad situation.
Do we have like any like tarp or like big protective cover? Tent material? Is that part of like a...
No, but there's a sand bank we can kind of hide like behind.
Marxus, on your coat, do you have like a tarp
No.
canvas?
small house maybe?
No.
Cabin.
Do you see any badges on this tattered sheet?
Nobody has a tent, huh? How have we not got a tent yet? This is...
I don't. Because well, we own an apartment. Like
Oh, we're renting it, but...
This is the first time you've been out in the wild in
I
maybe
know.
20 episodes.
We've slept outside before.
Yeah, we're outside people.
fine.
Yeah. Do we want to? We probably shouldn't make a fire then. We should probably, because we're like very much exposed and out in
Yeah.
the open.
I know. Does it get pretty cold out here?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it sand or is it like just arid?
It's like arid, cracked, like sandstone where you're at, and then and it exposes out into sand dunes off further away. But
Down.
what you are on
Yeah.
seems to have been a road
Yeah.
that is just dried up and like cracks interweaving between them.
If we want like down one of the little valley things, that sand,
Like the sandbank.
yeah, like sand,
It's
sand.
like a mix
Could we dig into the side of it?
without it collapsing because it's partially sand. I doubt it.
Oh my god.
Well, Marcus, what's your idea?
Let's just go on the other side of the
Just
bank.
Fucking go.
Can we
Where?
fit into your bag?
I mean, you could. It literally is the definition of you could fit inside of it, I suppose. It's just a matter of it getting over your giant
Okay.
fucking shoulders.
Let's just go across the sandbank. Let's make a fire. Let's all get our bedrolls out. Let's not think about this too much. We'll just take watch. Marxus, you sleep first.
Okay,
So you can
don't
sleep
like
some of that off. And then,
Go take a cat nap.
the
Yeah.
least of that, but first I'm gonna go take a poop in one of these awesome looking litter boxes, and then I'm gonna go do that. Not because you said so, but because I want to.
Okay.
all right.
I hope the rest of your night is as pleasant as I have been.
All
I hope you have the day that you deserve.
We want to try to like get a little bit closer and see what's going on.
Yeah, like it's like nights rolling in, or
It's like by this time, I would say that you are in early night. Right now, it is much darker, and it is a we'll say it is a full moon out.
Yes.
we're talking
So there is a good amount of moonlight that you can see by, but
I bet.
still
Other
there's not a lot of
things,
cover,
too.
so you can see a lot of stuff.
All right.
Larkins.
What's a larkin?
I mean, I don't know. What is it called?
A bleakin?
No. What is it called?
I don't know.
it's a larkin now.
Come on.
A skink?
It's a type of werewolf.
It's cute as
Something with a V.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Did I say anything when I go out to poop?
Are there any larks?
Make a perception check.
It's a hockey player.
Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out.
Do you mean
D-boss.
Lycan?
Yes.
I know you do.
Thank you.
Larkin.
14.
What
Excuse me. 18.
18.
John?
You see, or at least you think you see some movement near the ruins in like a shifting,
Like a shifty way or a shifting way?
like something darting back and forth occasionally, and then it kind of disappears for a second.
How far away are we?
I don't know. I mean, how far away would you have set up?
Far enough, but not too close.
You're that far away. Thought it's that big.
I'm gonna get kind of close.
Alright.
Like I'm gonna approach, but I'm gonna use all of my best cat senses to be all stealthy in the night.
Roll a stealth check.
Do we see him going?
You guys know he went
Are
off
you
to his
looking?
litter box. I would imagine that either he hasn't returned or you see him going. It's up,
We
it's up to
knew
you
that
guys.
was gonna
No,
happen.
thank you.
Tell you how you treat the
I would like to
situation.
start a fire.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Or a 7.
As you are approaching and you go into like there's a prickly cactus you set your foot down on,
Fucking ouch.
and it exactly is the reaction.
Ouch.
Fucking
And you all hear this.
Yeah.
Your passive perception picks up a stopping of any movement
Oh,
near
no.
the ruins.
I stepped on a fucking cactus, you guys.
Oh,
Keep your voice down.
What? I'm very far away from you. What are you saying?
I am just making fire.
I hear him yell the first time, and I use thaumaturgy to make his voice as quiet as I can.
How do you do that? Do you
Because I
Can you
just,
do that?
inhale it?
it says like, oh, maybe it's only my voice. Let me double check
Oh.
this.
That would be fucking cool.
Yeah, it would. Just mute it with just like
Yeah.
a
I think it's
a shockwave or
Oh,
something
my
like that.
voice.
Shut up.
Okay, that doesn't want to do my voice, but instead, I will, in the complete opposite direction of us, will replicate that sound twice as loud. That way.
Okay. What does that sound like? What does your replication of Marx's sound like? And you don't need to shout it, but we know.
I tried to be sneaky and I stepped on a cactus and now I'm screaming for no reason to give away our point.
And you hear that
Yeah.
in a boom,
Way over there.
heading the direction you came from. Because that would be the opposite, right?
I'm imagining like if we're on the path and he's like, I'm gonna go poop over there.
Huh?
I went that way with
Okay.
the thing. Like,
In another way,
yeah.
this boom shout flies across the sandy desert.
Slowly limp back to the group.
Why
Are
you'd be
you
limping
okay?
around.
No, I told you guys I stepped on a fucking cactus.
Let me see your foot.
It's fine.
Okay.
Did you
I
see anything?
Pull the cactus needle
Thorns.
down more.
Aw.
Yeah, if you're gonna be loud, you're gonna give away our location, so you need to be comfortable and not make noise. That wasn't because I care about your comfort. It's because I don't
Oh.
want you to give away our location.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Marcus, did you see anything over there?
I definitely didn't see the cactus until it was a bit too late.
Fair.
But there was something shifting, or something shiftily darting around the entrance-ish of what I would assume are the ruins. Didn't look like a dinosaur or an architectural wow, just at all.
So did it look dangerous?
No, it looks like it just was a thing moving.
Yeah.
Hard to know the amount of danger or not danger involved. But I would recommend not. The cactuses are very dangerous. I would watch out for those. However, if you step on one, Narnip will be a really good friend. I attempt to touch her while saying
Your
friend.
goddamn hand up.
He pulls out a knife and threatens me with it.
Okay, so I have a proposal. Marxus takes the first sleep. Oral, you take watch.
Got it.
Narnip, you and I go sneak up there and see what we can see. And then when we come back, you can rest. Marxus can watch. We'll all rest. And then if it's like nothing, we know. But we can use the cover of night to like be more sneaky and see like if we're gonna walk up on something crazy dangerous. Or if we can just roll up tomorrow and be like, what up, archaeologist nerd? Show us this shit.
What's up, nerds?
Sup, nerd?
Yeah, I could punch some nerds.
Okay, I think that sounds like a good plan.
Okay, then I am going to cast Pass Without Trace.
I am going to do a couple circles and sleep. I am going to make some biscuits on this terrible road.
We're around the sandbank.
Yeah, great litter box. Terrible bed.
Well, my butt doesn't know the difference.
32 stealth check.
Nice.
You turn sideways. So
Nah.
you're invisible.
You
You
took-
bury yourself in the
I am
sand.
one
And...
with the night.
You are a sandworm.
Yeah. Shimmy on me.
Oh my god.
14 stealth check.
Okay.
But I'm also going to, when we get close enough, you, yeah,
What is your stealth?
2.
You roll the 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, well, but when we get close,
Can I give him some of my stealth?
That's not how it works.
No,
Can
it's
I
okay.
give him some?
It's okay because as we get
Before you're
closer,
behind me.
I'm going to use Nature's Veil, and my
Oh.
scales are going to basically like reflect the moonlight to make me invisible.
Shimmery?
Like no, like to like camouflage, like
Be like a
dark tech.
chameleon.
Like you see the opposite.
I feel like you're really trying to go away from the Monsters Inc. reference that we had last time we
Randall.
played.
Randall.
Randall.
So you
Yeah,
ran.
I Randall.
You ran.
I don't want to Randall every time. I want to like iterate
Oh.
Randall. Yeah, but I Randall.
Yeah, you ran.
But just when we get closer. So just generally,
So you guys are going to
just scope.
sneak up
Yeah.
and check some stuff out. All right, what do you stand by the fire?
Yeah. I'm keeping watch.
Watching over Marxus as he sleeps.
Yes.
Oki's also at the fire.
Oki's coming. And
He's actually between the ruins and the fire. So he's shielded.
Like a halfway point.
No, like just next to the fire, like right next to the fire.
But he's
Deflecting
diverting
the light.
Okay.
He's got a big body.
You see this Oki shadow.
Every once in a while, I'll, like, scratch his neck. We're friends.
Because we're friends. All right, so you guys walk up and you see, as you approach, you see there's no movement, and you see what looks to be an entranceway that is kind of sunk and crooked down, and then pushing down into the sand as if it was kind of sunken in. And then you see a collapsed portion of a building. You see a number of just like flat walls that are kind of still standing. A bunch of rubble around. There is seems to be a fair amount of cover for those kinds of rocks and everything else like that. And around this ruins area, as you approach, you see small holes around different areas. Make a perception check.
Oh, them.
26.
You do see what looks to be like some kind of excavation equipment. There is a cart that a wheel has like fallen down, but there's no horse or beast of burden attached. there is what appears to be like a tent that is just kind of like flying as the wind kind of crosses, and the temperature has dropped drastically now that the sun is down. You see small crates and some what you'd assume are these archaeological equipment, but no signs of anybody.
I'm just gonna hand signal to you. It's like. And I'm gonna start walking. Which is funny because either that means I'm not invisible or you can see my invisibility. Sorry, guys.
You just see one hand
Yeah.
appear and then just ramble away.
That's hilarious.
So what does that mean? What is
So
your...
I start walking around the other.
Yeah.
Like,
And they
you're
meet.
doing
The
a
opposite,
perimeter
exactly,
check.
yeah.
Cool. I'm just making sure
We
that
know.
you guys are.
We're sneaky.
Alright.
We got
Okay.
this.
That's cool too. As you approach and kind of observe what's going on from the outskirts, you do see in the center area what looks to be some kind of creature pulling and tugging on something. And it does not see you at this time.
Ooh.
I'm
gonna use message to.
gonna
I'm gonna actually speak.
That's hilarious.
and say, what do you want to do with this gigantic creature? Is it how big is a creature?
It's probably about as big as it's medium size. It's probably about 5 feet tall.
Okay.
And as you kind of look closer at it, it has four long pointy legs and kind of like this chitinous shell and a number of pincers around a like long neck with this like super sharp teeth, and it's just pulling at what seems to be some kind of cloth or something.
So yeah, I'm gonna message Kata and say, what do you want to do about this situation?
Is message internal or you have to actually say it?
I think you can say it, but you guys can whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And only I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna message back and just be like, looks dangerous. Well, I guess I can talk so that people can hear. Looks dangerous.
You don't have a word limit.
Oh.
You shouldn't have said
Look.
anything.
No, because then
Must
we'll be
wait
like,
now.
what the hell did he even say? I don't
Right.
even know.
Potentially looks dangerous. Probably shouldn't attack. Maybe watch for a second to see if we can get a better view of it.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
She didn't hear that part because you just responded once. So well, she's casting message again to say it sounds good.
I did.
Okay.
So then I did
So
hear that.
cool. All those came through. All those
Yeah.
cools came.
Yeah.
And this creature, as you guys are watching, are you moving any closer into the ruins area? Are you trying to just observe it from? You guys are probably, if you both flanked around, by the time you saw this thing, you're probably about 60 feet away from each other.
Okay.
Is there any
But
like light
with
source?
this inside, just the moon right now.
Just
Yeah, there's no fire lit or anything else like that. And after a certain point, like the moonlight catches a glimpse of this thing, and it has this kind of hard, capricous. Is that the word? Sure. Shell.
Capricorn like
He said Larkin.
I don't know what the word is. Larkin.
Copernicus.
Capricious?
phrase it.
Sure.
Capri Sun?
I'm going back to chitinous. Chitinous
Yeah.
like shell, and it's just tearing away, and what you eventually see is the what seems to be the skin or flesh of a horse. or rather the hind quarter of a horse, and it's just
Pop.
and you see these black eyes kind of glisten in the moonlight. It's just like making like these clicking weird clacks as it's chirping and tearing away at this flesh.
I'm gonna hold my hand up so you can see
Okay.
and unveil this part so I can wave to you, get your attention.
I'm gonna message you. What's up?
Well, that's
Well, I can't message you to be like message me. So
Yeah,
that's fine.
I
Yeah.
I like how you like unzip your veil,
Yeah.
you know, just to peek your hand out.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm gonna be like, like after this message, I'm gonna turn around and block it. I'm gonna light a torch, throw it in there, and then use thaumaturgy to make it real bright for a second so we can get a real good look at this thing. I'm gonna do it sneaky so it hopefully doesn't see us. But we should make sure and see, like, there's one clearly, but what if there's like multiple? I'm not saying we should attack it, but like maybe it'll stun it. We can get a good look at like what it is.
Are you throwing it at it?
Just like in the middle, like
In the middle?
not like
Near
boom, hit it,
But you're not
just
trying
like,
to hit it.
yeah, I'm not trying to attack it. I'm just trying to be like,
So you have enough throwing skills with things that you don't need to roll an attack throw for that if you're not trying.
no, I'm just trying to be like, cool, because I can make the torch super bright, so I don't even need to get. I just need to get it away from the two of us.
At what point do you make the torch super bright?
I light as soon as it sparks. I make the light super dim, and then I'm like back to the creature.
Yeah.
And then
So you're hiding the point of
I
origin.
throw it, and then when it hits the ground,
Okay, once it hits the ground.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were trying to make a flare
yeah,
kind of effect or not, but
like from the sky.
yeah. But
No, I'm gonna like.
it's too late. You already said it on the ground. So,
Is there like a bit of ruin that I can like hide behind?
yes, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that.
I'm doing the same thing. Like after I throw, I'm trying to like sneak peek, like what?
Cool. You guys still
My
have a
first
stealth
stealth.
check, so I'm having you roll again. But with this, because you guys split up, you do lose your 10 because you're more than 30 feet away from it.
So I've got
Oh.
22 now.
22.
I also lied. I'm not sneak peeking. I want a full view. I'm invisible, so I'm just gonna stand there.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
I'm also fine with that.
I forgot I was completely invisible.
You're not. Yeah.
Ah,
I feel like you hid for a second, and then you were like,
wait a second. Yeah.
On this part of the veil and peek your eye out.
you can see through it.
I know. I know.
Just drop this half of my face.
Yeah.
As it flies, you light up and you see this creature react to it, hisses in, and takes a few steps away, and then scurries away past past one of the parts of the ruins.
What did we get any more information about it? Does it look familiar? Like, have I seen this before?
I don't think you have, unless you have some part of your background or anything else like that. That this creature sounds familiar, but they're long, pointed, like kind of like claw-like legs that it kind of clacks.
It's
And
like a
walks around
crab,
on.
That's what I'm picturing.
It's
like crustaceous.
It's like a four-legged insectoid kind of creature with pinchers that seem to be coming from like the pectoral muscles, and it has this long neck
Like a praying
And-
mantis.
and a little
Like a
bit,
beetle of sorts.
but it does have this segmented like shell like armor,
Okay.
and it's
Kind of like a scorpion.
it's like a fake fantasy creature, guys. I don't know what to say.
What bug is
I
that?
just describe this to you.
Scorpion.
Okay.
Cricket,
So yeah.
dung beetle.
Like a scorpion man.
Man,
Now that it's gone, I'm gonna try to get closer to like where it
To the
was.
horse.
Yeah, and like look around the ruins a little bit more.
Okay.
Me too. Back within 30 feet of Narnet.
So you
Go in.
all of a sudden you see this veil kind of shroud her, and your pass without a trace falls under that still, right? Okay. You get closer, and you guys are kind of a little bit closer to each other, and you kind of find yourself in this weird, like, what seems to be with a lack of a better term, like a town square. It's kind of like there's a number of ruins around it, but it seems to be one centered area with a few small pieces of rubble that are still like in there. It's not like it was a part of the town square, but it just seems to be something that was cleared away for either the purpose of excavation or whatever means. And it kind of dips down a little bit, and you see this portion of a horse sticking out of what would be a hole in the ground, and it's been torn away and pulled away at it. And there's a small hole off to your right where this creature ran away to.
Oh, so the holes were not made by the archaeologists.
That's terrifying. We should probably get back to our friends.
Yep.
'Cause,
Yep. Nope, not dealing with that.
yeah. Let's boogie.
Okay.
How are you boogieing?
I cut off part of the horse's leg to take with us.
Okay, so you get close enough to cut off the portion of the horse's leg.
Yeah.
You start to hear a large hissing sound and a clack that resembles some kind of calling. And this clack starts to echo throughout the desert area.
Oh, no.
And you see a number of small scurrying parts of the sand in the holes start to erupt.
Tremors.
And
Oh.
one of
Dude.
these creatures kind of claws out with it out of its hole and hisses at you, and it's got these super sharp
It can see me?
razor-like fangs. It sees something pulling at this horse that was presumed dead for a moment ago.
I see it come out of the hole.
Yep.
I use thaumaturgy to shake the surrounding ground, hoping to collapse in the holes and buy us some time.
All right. That's
Brilliant.
dope.
Yeah, that's
As it's kind of clawing out of the hole, it kind of falls back into the loose sand for a moment. What are you guys doing?
Running.
Yeah.
Running. Cool. Do you guys book it?
Run.
You still have your stealth check and you're following short behind him.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where he's at, and how do you know where he's at? Or are you following her?
I drop one strand of hair from my Randall so she can follow my hair.
In the moonlight, one strand of hair.
I'm very familiar
Yeah,
with his
she's
hair
very
now.
perceptive too. Got a high perception.
I'll say you just keep up with her, and she runs back to her.
there you go.
And as you guys, you slowly, as you're running away, you slowly look back and you see there are tens of these creatures that have crawled out from the dunes and the rocks, and are like looking around on high alert. But they shortly take half of the animal and start tearing at it from different parts, different creatures. And they all take a portion and burrow back down.
When we get to camp, I immediately put out the fire.
Yep.
You immediately put out the fire, and that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Oh my god.
So thanks for joining us. Please feel free to hit exclamation point enter in the chat for a chance to win a Vanguard.
It's giveaway.
It's giveaway. I'm sorry.
Exclamation
Yeah.
giveaway.
Exclamation point
Enter
giveaway.
is the command.
Enters the
remind
command
people of
to give you
giveaway.
the heads up on that it is giveaway. So put exclamation point giveaway
Giveaway.
to the chat for opportunity to win a Vanguard from Dogmite Games. They are this awesome dice box, kind of folded out. You're ready to go with your rolling tray, your dice, spot for your mini, the whole shebang, and it's it's awesome. It's got this super cool
Get it closer.
Yggdrasil with a starry sky behind
Mm.
it. Yeah, so awfully fitting. But yeah, please enter to win if you want to win. If you don't want to win, you just want to keep playing, that's cool too. So yeah, we will be back here in just a short 5 minutes
Yeah.
with what exactly is going on with this crazy crawlies
Bug
and everything else like
colony.
that.
Beetle,
So
scorpion.
please stick around, and we'll be announcing the winner at the end of the
Straight.
end of the stream. Additionally, those that can win are continental U.S. as we decided last time.
Contiguous United States.
Yeah.
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 Centered in Topeka.
So yeah, we sent one to Italy one time. That was kind of
It takes a long time to get stuff there.
It's a long time. to
It
get there.
does.
It was a lot. Anyways, yeah. Thank you very much for joining. Please stick around. We'll be right back. Close.
I have that.
All right, welcome back. Yeah, so we are diving right back in. If you are just joining us, the group has kind of seen these creatures popping out of burrowed holes outside of ruins. You guys kind of scouted out the area to see what was going on, and as you drew their attention, you bolted. You seemed to have gotten away without being noticed, as you were super stealthy and, in some circumstances, invisible.
Did you get the leg?
No.
No, priorities shifted.
If you are joining us, we do have a giveaway for a Vanguard from Dogmite Games. Awesome little dice box, ready to go for all your needs. Rolling tray comes with it and everything. Yeah, super awesome. Drop exclamation point giveaway. in the
Giveaway.
chat, and we'll give you an entry to win. So, as you return back to base, what are y'all doing?
I'm on the lookout.
Yeah, fire goes out.
Fire
Oh
goes
my
out.
God. What are you doing?
Sleep.
Yeah,
Oh.
leave him asleep.
Oh, okay.
It's a colony of giant, not giant, but like they're pretty big things with pinchers and like pointy legs, and I think they killed all the archaeologists.
It's
Oh.
like if a beetle met a scorpion, met a crab. Think about it like that.
Metapraying
Wow.
mantis.
Yes.
You guys. But we're at least going to use it. So, you guys saw this kind of old equipment laid around. And in the middle, there's this huge impression. And you saw these little
Oh yeah, look at him. Those look like
tiny
crabs.
little crab-like creatures.
Oh, those look like the things from the Neverending Story.
They look like that.
The desert is crabs.
Oh, it's not showing up, but yeah, we'll take a picture of our minis and post them on the internet. That guy's right there, perfect. So yeah, what are you all doing as you are?
Did they follow us? Do we see them?
You don't seem to notice them following. There doesn't seem to be that any that you can see in the immediate area.
Are there any holes near us?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. 13, I think. Yeah, no, only 9.
9.
9.
You see a few impressions in the sand that divot a little bit, but they don't seem to be something like it's going to burst out or anything else like that. It may have been a hole from one of these things. It may have been a hole from something else. It probably is wide enough to fit one of them, but it doesn't seem to be like actively used right now. It seems like a lot of the burrowing in these sandier parts kind of collapse back in on themselves.
What are we gonna do? Like, do you stay here for the night and go in the morning? Do you think we should just get out of here? Like,
I think we're probably safe here for the night.
okay.
I'm thinking maybe they go away during the day, but they're definitely there now.
Easier to at least to like see them in the sunlight.
Maybe they only come out at night, too.
Freaks come right.
Okay, so I say we wait till we like
The song.
push through the night here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need to sleep still.
Yeah.
I have that potion still. I think that one of us could take if we want to.
We should have one full rest.
Yeah.
Basically, one of you can stay up and pull an all-nighter and you still get rest.
I feel like we're not that much danger. We can just rotate out right now.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep with the image of those things in my head, and they're pretty close.
I already got my bedroll coming, like, out next to Oki.
I'm gonna drink the potion of watchful rest and just like sit there with my eyes very wide and
Alert.
very just staring
ever.
at anything that I think looks like a hole.
All right.
I'll go to bed then.
Cool.
Should we wake Marxus up before we?
No.
Okay.
Everybody gets a long rest. Make a perception check for me.
It's on the edge of a 19 and a 3. So I'll re-roll it. 14.
14. You occasionally throughout the night see some movement on the horizon in that ruins, and then it goes away. And like 2 hours later, it comes back, goes away. You can imagine these creatures are kind of scurrying around, picking up any bits or pieces that may have been left behind from previous excursions.
Okay.
But they are in fact still around.
Okay.
As the early morning, where it's still kind of dark out, I would imagine any bit of any bit of moisture that has been in the air is kind of condensing, and you've got a dampness on your equipment, and you kind of, he wakes up and greets you. The sun kind of cresting over, you do see the ruins and occasionally skittering and scurrying across the way.
I wake up and shake myself up from sandiness.
Sure.
Roll my bedroll up, and I'm like, can I look and see?
You see the movement of,
I see all of that as well.
like a oasis style, like shifting kind of like heat fog as the as any moisture on the ground is kind of evaporating, and the heat kind of rises in the sun, from the sun.
I'm gonna wake up and stretch, and I'm gonna offer breakfast to everybody.
Water bottle.
What's for breakfast?
I think you already know.
I don't think we should have any food out. I think that the smell might attract those things.
Why?
Oh, do you know about these things?
Oh,
You guys keep saying things, and I'm still here eating
Imagine
my
a
water
beetle.
skin.
Do you know beetle?
Sure, yeah.
Imagine a beetle.
It's super fun to play with.
Meets a praying mantis.
Also fun to play with.
Meets a scorpion.
Surprisingly fun to play with.
Meets a crab.
Super amazing. Oh, when are we gonna go meet
The
them?
size of a horse.
Amazing. Can we ride them?
I think they want to eat us.
Not a problem. That has nothing to do with my first question. But you know how many things I've ridden that actually want to eat me as well? Like 3. Which isn't a high number, but it's weird that it's happened a few times.
Okay, then to answer your question, yes, you could probably ride one. I
Okay.
don't advise it, but
Well, I'm gonna finish my breakfast and then I'm gonna go.
They like are hiding in holes. They ate all the.
Darn it. You look terrible. Have you been up all night?
Yes, I protected us from those things. I didn't wake you up because I knew that you would bring them to us, and they would, with their claws, tear us from limb to limb, and then eat us. And I don't want that to happen.
Well, what if we tear their limbs?
There's a lot of them.
they're also
And
covered
they-
in armor.
Yeah, and they live in holes, and they just go, "Yeet," and then they can just like pop out and get you.
Tell me more about these holes.
You dig it up. Oh. Dig it.
What's happening?
Tell me more about
Dig it up.
what
Wow,
you just said.
Yeah.
Fucking boom hour Kato over here. Dang old holes in the ground, man. You've been digging them up all day. Wow.
That's what it is.
All right.
What are they like? Are they like in stone? Are they in like sand? Is it like specifically? I'm asking if it is loose earth.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
see that over there? And I point to the nearest piece of loose earth. Looks like that. It's kind of like all. See, it's all like this.
Oh, perfect. Couldn't be more actually spell prepared for this. So yeah.
Oh god. So cool. Start out laughing in this
Yeah.
area.
Slamming porridge,
Yeah.
laughing.
Slamming porridge,
I'm
laughing
not
at
laughing.
any time.
You want some porridge?
No, you need to put the food away.
I am. to my mouth. Orla, do you want some?
Yeah, we never do.
Yes, please.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Just toss it over.
Do you have any sugar?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Let's take this.
Oh.
Water skin porridge.
Distort value. Yeah, sugar in it.
No.
Alright. So what are you guys doing?
When are we gonna go play with these bugs?
I don't wanna.
I guess what do we potentially gain by going to the ruins? Anything?
No.
Information.
Bunch of
Who's
cool
gonna
old
give it to
stuff.
us?
Well, I mean, there's ruins. There's things
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they ate the archaeologists' like notes or like the books or anything. There might be like things written or like religious relics or like things like that. We came all this way.
Yeah.
So
Do we see them still moving as like or like slowing down in movement as the sun is rising and like more daylight's coming?
As you guys kind of come back to focus on what you were looking at after your laughs and your entertaining moments and everything else,
Nice.
you don't see them at all.
Oh, that worries me.
Perfect. They're not even there. Let's just go get some bunch of old stuff. And if we play with them, bonus. If they're there, that's cool. If they're not, we get a bunch of cool old stuff, maybe worth like money. And then we can sell it and have actual money. And we can go get some beverages with it.
We need specifically information that could like tell us about more about the Titans or more about these relics.
Oh. That is kind of the main reason.
I don't know what the relics do, but maybe this is potentially an area. I mean, there's a reason why they were here digging, right?
Right.
Like, there's a reason why they didn't just come out in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
to ruins for no reason. Nerds.
I will say, based on copious battle experience, I feel like we could probably take the things we saw.
Yeah.
My fear is we'll kill like 2 or 3 of them, and there'll be like 1 left, and we'll be really excited, and then a gigantic one will come and fuck us up.
Sounds
Are
Three
those-
tells you.
Do those creatures remind us of like any Titan like lore that we know,
Like, not
or
the
like any
bird creatures
religion?
from-
Make a religion check.
They're not related to those bird things with the energy cubes in their chest.
What?
Wasn't that same campaign, right?
I don't know anymore.
All the ones that we saw when we were going into that one town, and we all like.
Marxist made necklaces out of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The
the gears?
constructs?
Yeah.
No, those were like mechanical
Okay.
created constructs. Like
These
the
are-
construct is like something
these are
that's
meat.
crafted. This is like
Covered in shells.
This was natural.
this was an animal. For lack of a better term.
Are insects animals?
Yes.
3.
They're in the
I don't know
animal
what I asked you to
kingdom.
roll. What did
Check.
okay. They don't seem to resemble anything in that way.
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 3. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so how are we gonna get into these ruins?
Marxist seems real gung ho, so he can lead the way.
Not a problem.
Well, if he sees some, he can distract him, and then we'll run in to an entrance we see.
I can actually just kind of make it impossible for them to pass.
Oh.
Oh, that's very effective.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like perfectly kind of.
But, like,
prepared for this,
There
I
were
think.
like
It could go horribly wrong.
there were like 20 or 30 of them that all like were coming out of their holes last night, and like Kata said, what if there's like a really really big one?
What if these are the big ones?
Man, he has a point there.
Maybe.
They could be the big ones. Also, we should figure out how to stab them in the belly, because the top unbelly is armored.
I have the perfect plan.
Go.
What
We
is
know.
it?
I'm
Pull
gonna
their
run into the
innards out.
middle, and I'm gonna go sa, and they're all gonna go belly up, and it'd be really hard for them to turn over, and then we're just gonna go. bloop.
So you want to like draw them out as soon as we get there?
If
How
they're
big
not
are they?
around,
Horse size.
Cool.
They like meat, and I hand you 4 teriyaki jerkies for bait.
It's the best day ever.
And I
First,
eat
I
one
get to play with
teriyaki
bugs. Second, you're just giving me your favorite thing. I love you guys.
I eat one. I had 5 left, so I eat one of them.
I don't like this plan. What is the plan? You're gonna go in there with the jerky and you're gonna draw them out, and then you're gonna be surrounded by like 20 to 30 bugs.
And then you guys sneak in, and then I'll meet you there.
Oh, we're not gonna kill him?
Well, I'll kill a few just for funsies.
That's what he meant. by
Why
prying
would
with
we
them.
not just like try to not draw their attention?
I think you guys tried that before. Sounds like it didn't work well.
No, it was looking good until I tried to take part of the horse.
Oh. Well, alright. I mean, we can try and sneak in worst case scenario, we get to have fun ripping the legs off a bug. Sounds fucking awesome. Again. But if we can be sneaky, that's cool. I love being sneaky too.
He's rolling dice over here.
Sometimes I feel like he just rolls them
Yeah.
just to freak us out. But if we want to go in, we can go in sneaky, or we can go in with spears blazing, or whatever we want to do.
Sneaky.
I think sneaky too. Can you be sneaky?
Absolutely. Have you met me?
Watch out for
Yes.
cactuses.
I'm like one of the more amazing sneakies. That's not funny, but also super funny. Remember when you pulled him out of my paw after you saved my life when I was dying, and you think we're not friends? We are totally friends.
I'm gonna tell Oki to stay put because he's not gonna help us be sneaky.
No.
And then I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
All of us?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Very distinguished
Ooh.
roll.
It's distinguished dice. Look at the way it is rolling.
Yeah, it's very distinguished.
Distinguished.
19 on my stealth.
All right.
Not great. With my best
23
without a trust.
plus my pass without a trace, which is 10.
10.
So 33.
We got 40,
What'd you get?
32.
32.
You got
30.
40, 50.
16.
And then what's yours?
Oh no.
With your pass without a...
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you roll a 1?
Rolled too many times before we started playing.
You got all the
All
good
right.
rolls out of the dice.
No, today I did not roll enough. Usually, you
Oh.
see me, usually I roll a lot. Today I only did 2.
True.
Well, you gotta warm them up.
So I'm
Look at
holding
Go.
They're metal.
diesel. Once it gets going, it'll kill our planet slowly.
Full dice. Great name for a dice company because you already have the slogan. Once they roll, they don't stop.
Keep that to yourself.
Damn, fully
It's
with
on-
the word.
What are you all doing?
Sneaking.
I am hanging in the back.
Okay.
I am in the front,
I'm hiding behind things as
Third.
I go.
I'm in the middle.
You're a third.
Yeah.
Just forward.
always third.
Yes.
I'm gonna be second, and I'm just gonna have my hand axes.
Go.
I've got my spear in my left hand, and I've got my right hand is like.
Okay.
What is
I have
that?
a question. What glove type do you have on right now?
During my short rest, I would have chosen fire, so I was in the desert, and I felt the warmth.
You have fire, acid, and poison.
Yeah.
As your 3. Okay.
Oh wait, no, I would. Well, I wouldn't have known it, so I would have just gone with fire.
I mean, you have one of 3.
Fire.
If you forgot which ones you had, you have.
No, I remembered, but I was like,
He would
I'll
change it.
I'll tell you about it.
Cool.
What else?
So, you start creeping your way into this ruins, and you see, as you approach, you see what appears to be an entrance of a building that's kind of sunk down and shifted, and there is a like the doors are shut, but there's a small like cracked, broken open side on the side of a wall. There's this large open area where there was a horse, but now it's just kind of like a vacant 10-foot
Blood puddle.
diameter. No, it's like where it was like pulled that like the 10-foot opening that I was talking about was like if it were like a town square, it's like kind of the opening area. And then outside of that area is filled with rubble and half walls.
So it was a town, not...
It It was either a temple or something, or it could have been a town, but there's a 10-foot radius kind of open area that's kind of dipped down where that horse's leg was.
Where do we see the door? You said it's closed.
But there's like
there's
a window.
2 doors that would be to a entrance of. It kind of has like stone carvings that are very intricate on the door, and like a there's a word for like a stone like story portrait on it.
Like a hieroglyph.
Epitaph, but I don't think that's the word either.
But we can
Like
see
a tapestry, but
Something like that, yeah.
with
we can see the doors.
Yep,
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to try and open them. If they're unlocked, they just open.
they are unlocked, but they're buried by sand. So you get them, and they're popped out. They're like half buried into the sand as the building's kind of sunken down in.
I'm gonna crawl into that opening in the window.
Sure. It is just a hole that's broken out into a wall. So now it's
Going into the hall. The hole.
Make the wall hole, the hall. Make a investigation check. She sneakily crawls in and listens.
Nat 20 for a 24.
As you kind of are looking around, it kind of opens up a little bit, and there's still a good portion that are buried, but you do see a portion of the wall that does tell this kind of like again, it's not like hieroglyphic like coded words.
It's a story.
But there's like a story that's etched out on the interior. And there seems to be these like items of power that are being held up. And then there is
How many are there?
all you see is one. And it seems to be a ball that's resembled with a natural 20. Natural 20? It seems to be a ball that resembles what you...
The sphere?
Yeah. And they are placing it in a, like, what seems to be some kind of opening, a well, a place, like, some kind of hole. And that's all you kind of pull from this. While she's tucked into this room, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna investigate the etchings on the door and see if I can like make out what it says or like what the pictures are trying to depict.
Make a religion check for me. What are you guys doing?
I'm just going to be keeping watch.
Yeah, same.
Very
I'm gonna
vigilant.
be keeping everyone within range of the spell. Like herding cats.
So because of your 2 rolls, as the ladies are investigating things, what was your religion check?
10.
10. You get the idea that this is a place for some kind of objects. And that's it.
Okay.
It's like people were bringing things here or moving objects somewhere, and that's the portion of the story that you can see.
Okay.
You guys, as you're kind of keeping watch and vigilant, you notice around one of the corners, one of these creatures kind of like peers out and sees you guys. And there's notice, and then it scurries away. And you hear chittering and chirping.
This is fine.
I point to Marxus, tap my head like the meme of the Idea Man, and I reproduce that sound as far away in the distance as loud as I can.
For chittering and chirping?
Yeah.
And you can place it, 120 feet?
Limited feet.
That's not true.
This is the other side of the planet.
And they all
A
hear
spell
it.
of like maximum is 120 feet. I'm going to go ahead and say 120 feet, giving you the benefit of the doubt. Because if it's 30, then it's even worse for you. So,
We're not over there.
120 feet.
We're over there.
but it's
Damn
the
it.
chittering and chirping that you...
It's the sound that they just made
Yeah.
farther away from us, so I can make it.
All right. And
Those work.
you hear more of it. And this chittering and chirping creates like an echo effect. What seems to be an echo effect.
Just walked into Moria.
Do we hear that too? Orlando?
Yeah, you guys hear it.
Are any of them close to where I'm at, like inside that building?
Yours is all fainted. It's
Okay.
like there doesn't
Like
seem to be
muffled
any.
almost.
And what you are in is this like kind of one room that's kind of shifted down, and the sand is kind of like buried half of the room. There are a small little corner of a doorway that you could squeeze out into another room. Excuse me, but the rest of the room seems to be like buried at an angle, tilted in.
Is there any other like parts of a story that I can see, or is that the only portion that's like in the room that I'm at?
You see these just the images and this filigree and kind of drawing of people taking, and there seems to be a line behind this one person that you can make out holding up this orb, and then on the next wall they're placing it in, or at least holding it over this round well like thing.
Hi. I'm gonna squeeze myself into the other room.
Into the other room. Make a acrobatics check for me, and then make an investigation check. What are you doing as you've learned this and they are now alerted, or you can
The direction that the thing ran, I'm gonna like stand in that doorway in a defensive stance.
So you're all out in the open. You guys didn't go into that room, right?
No.
No.
No. Okay. So you kind of turn around and you see a burrowed hole where the thing presumably went. And as you're kind of looking around, you see kind of like this ripple in the sand moving closer towards you, and then you see a line of another one, and another one, and another one, and several more kind of are converging on your position. What do you guys like to do?
Not just whistle.
Yeah, you can't whistle. You whistle, and
Uh,
I'm gonna take my spear out and I'm gonna tap the ground aggressively and try and draw their attention into one area.
okay.
As many as I possibly can away
As
from the group.
as they converge, you tap and you start tapping, and it like continuously they start to turn towards the tapping.
Excellent. How many are there?
Probably 12.
Easy peasy.
the whistle is gonna I'm gonna whistle and then just like in the most uninspiring fashion, like with a thud, Oki's just gonna drop out of the air.
Thud hits the ground. And as Oki hits the ground, it draws attention of two others. And need everybody to roll for initiative.
Me too.
In case.
26.
I don't remember the time.
Ooh, 19.
15.
Yeah, make you really big.
One.
Yes.
What'd you get, Nina?
Can I make you?
Hey, if I'm much bigger, would my would that affect my spells as well? Like if it's a radius
Would
effect,
they
would
be
it
bigger?
be a larger radius?
Your weapon.
No, it just does whatever the spell says.
Your weapons deal an extra D4 damage.
There you go.
You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and you're twice your size.
Cool, yeah.
What was your acrobatics check?
Don't say no.
15.
What was your
You
investigation?
might want to wait until the big one comes though.
You see in the slightest corner, as you kind of have your dark vision like up, and this is a dark room, you can see in that circle where items were being carried, there's an eruption, or some kind of flame or something else coming out of it.
Like in a picture?
Yes. And that's all that is kind of there, because as you step into this room and squeeze through, there's just the tip of the room that you can see that is unburied.
Is there a way that, like, any portion of it that's close that I can, like, start digging at just to, like, see what leads up to that?
Okay. Make an athletics check for me for your dig. And Kata, you're up first.
Oh.
That's going to be your turn for that dig, because to keep you in the loop. Yeah.
There's no visible enemies.
No, not right now. You can see several lines veering towards Oki, and majority of them towards Marxus.
I'm going to just rumble the hell out of the ground and try and collapse any of these lines in on themselves.
You start stomping. So that means-
I see his boomstick, and I amplify the boom to make it rumble.
Okay. So there's an echo. Several, two of the four that were diverted towards Oki divert back towards the tapping, and you see several more lines appear off into the distance. There are probably now 18, 20 lines gearing towards you guys at this time.
Oh god.
I'm gonna climb onto something so that I'm not on the ground.
We're gonna wait for your turn in order, if that's okay.
No.
See, this is where I give personal
Marxus, what are you doing?
I am going to tap now more aggressively and draw them further away from Narnip and Orla. And
I'm not
I'm
around
going
this.
to begin the verbal and somatic components of a spell, but I'm going to hold it until they burst from their tunnels of super cool creepiness.
All right. So you're holding a spell.
Yep.
And on that turn, Orla, you are digging. What was your
3.
athletics check? 3. As you start to dig and you start to pull away, it's not anything having to do with your strength or your effort, but every time you move, sand kind of keeps tipping back in, and it doesn't seem like you can move it fast enough to get it away from collapsing in or filling in on itself.
Can I enhance that by using prestidigitation?
I don't think it could help you in this situation.
I was trying to see if I can blow a puff of air and it would just blow away, like the one area that I'm trying to see.
Make an Arcana check real quick.
Okay. 22.
22. As you use prestidigitation,
Oh.
you blow away and you see that this well seems to be what looks to be the peak or the pinnacle of a triangle of some sort, either a monolith or a mountain or some kind of temple top or something else like that, just before the sand falls back. So you get a glimpse of the shape of where this apex is.
Is there, if I look up, is there any kind of holes like within the top of the building that I can kind of crawl into to get on?
It seems like there's holes, but there's no light coming through them. So it might be a risk to try to climb up that way.
Okay.
At that moment, their turn is up, and you see several burst out of the sand towards Marxus. Now is your action.
How far away are they?
They are
Like right
bursting
on me?
and leaping at you.
Like
So
arcade
all of them
shooter
are
style.
either within.
When as many of them as when the highest number of them gets within 10 feet of me, I will cast my spell. If that helps.
Okay. I will say that the way that they were kind of coming in, 8 of them in several, like, not all at once, like, not in some kind of organized fashion, but in several seconds, boom, 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 8 of them leap towards you, and mid-air, you can see these talons, like these large pincer-like talons leaping towards you, super sharp fangs as they go and bite to make their attack.
I'm going to cast Earth Tremor.
Earth Tremor, what does that look like?
I cause a tremor in the ground within range, 10 feet.
10 feet is your range?
Yeah, like an area of 10 feet around me.
Okay.
Like I'm the center of a 10-foot circle.
Yeah.
Each creature other than you in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. Failed save, they take a d6 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone. If the ground in that area is stone or loose earth,
This guy.
it becomes difficult terrain until cleared, with each 5-foot diameter portion requiring at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
I have a question. How far away were you from this temple room that Orla is currently digging underground on?
I would have been on the other side of the door threshold.
Okay.
And then tapping away from them.
Okay. Right. So I'll say that this is not going to affect Orla or
No,
King.
I would say I'm smooth, like at least 30 feet away.
Okay.
Then I'd be climbing up the
Yeah.
Because I would have used
top of that
my-
building.
That's why I was like, all right, we'll see
Oh,
what is
then the
that.
earth begins to tremble and I see these tunnels and I tap and I would have moved
As you're
my
backing
entire
up. Okay,
movement.
cool. So they're all going to make a dex save. Natural 1. So they, if you want to roll a d6 of bludgeoning damage for me.
Darn it, I'm not massive yet.
That's not how that works either.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 1, but they're all knocked prone.
Dope.
So we can get their squishy bellies.
So what we're gonna do is several of them fall back and are blown back away. One of them gets through, so it's gonna make an attack on you.
That's fine. I can handle it, Quill.
And as it's midair, going to stab you with one of its kind of like pincers, it's gonna have 17.
That hits.
That hits.
Sure does.
Cool. It's gonna hit a
Wish I could have held my
8
axe.
piercing damage, and as it stabs into you, it immediately recoils and steps back for a moment. Your earth tremor starts to quake the ground, and a number of parts in these small like tunnels that they've created begin falling in, and falling in. Several of the creatures stop, look around, and freeze in their actions, not looking at you, but looking at everything around them on high alert. And that's where we're gonna pick up next week.
Oh no.
Excellent. I'm
Oh,
larger creature's
no.
gonna come in and I'm gonna rock its feet into the ground.
Oh my god.
So thank you all very much for watching. We will do our giveaway right now.
Yeah.
And then we will be back. I don't know for next week, but we will be back with our next session soon to figure out what is exactly happening with these creatures in this ruins and their sudden fear.
Sudden fear.
Well, we know it's something bigger.
It's true. It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
It.
Always. Oh man.
Well, a surprise to no one. Crippling student Wow.
There's the
Crippling student death.
Crippling student death.
Now the
You
owner
win.
of an awesome Vanguard.
Yay!
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed what you saw today, please consider following us. If you do follow us already, please consider subscribing. Anything we try to do, any income this makes, we just try to put back towards this, giving us opportunities for more giveaways, giving us opportunities for to make this stream better. So, please reach out. We're really trying to grow our audience and do these kinds of things more often.
And with crippling student debt, we will get in contact
we'll
with
reach
you,
out
and we'll get
via
your
Twitch.
information, and we'll get that sent out soon.
Cool. Again, thank you very much for watching, and we will be back soon. Stay tuned for our next session. Thank you very much, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
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 Oh, you've been listening.